A berth in the regional semifinals is at stake tonight as the Shallowater Mustangs Road to Jerry World has made its way to Clyde, Texas, where tonight the Shallowater Mustangs will do battle against an unfamiliar foe, the early Longhorns, here in the area round of the playoffs on ShallowaterSports.com. Thanks for joining us here on the Andrus Brothers Roofing Pregame Show. I'm Donnie Hart, and joining me tonight is my partner in crime, Ty King. And Ty, got a little bit of a late start here tonight, just trying to get everything set up, a little tighter quarters here than we've had in the last couple of weeks in Clyde, but got it going tonight. The best thing about it is got a chance to keep moving on in the playoffs because the Mustangs are at that point in the season trying to jump over a hurdle they hadn't been able to get over lately.
Yeah, it'll be a huge game tonight, but Donnie, I just want to say, it's, for all intents and purposes, it's better late than early tonight. So there you go.
Well, it worked out perfect for us. And, we take a look at these two teams in the matchup that you'll have tonight. Two very similar football teams. Not familiar at all. This is the first ever matchup between the two. Both come in 9-2. Shallowater 39.7 points per game, 14 points allowed. Early 39.5, 17.3 points allowed. You see, last year, Early made the playoffs, were knocked out in by-district to Brock. The Mustangs, under the head coach of Rodney Vincent, first-year head coach Rodney Vincent, last year lost to Pilot Point. That's the team that Early beat in the by-district round to get here, Ty. So unbelievable to me. Second year in a row, the Mustangs play an opponent in the second round for the first time ever.
Yeah, you don't see that much anymore. As long as high school football has been going on in Texas, very rare do you see teams that have never played before. But, hey, I love that. That's great, man. Just put this team out there, and we'll play whoever's in front of us. I can tell you that.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And let's take a look at how the Mustangs get here. That by-district matchup at Happy State Bank Stadium in Canyon happened last Thursday night. Mustangs 56-18 over Dalhart. Shallowater rolled up a ton of yards on the ground, 263 yards. Did give up some passing yards, 362. Felt like a lot of those were in the first quarter almost. But the defense did enough, held those Dalhart Wolves out of the end zone, and thus they get the blowout.
Yeah, the defense played well when they needed to play well last week, and the offense was just fantastic. So, man, for all intents and purposes, that last week it was a blowout, just like the score said, even though 474 yards is a little, you're a little worried about that, but after they figured it out, it was all Mustangs.
Yeah, let's take a look at last week's scores as the Mustangs and Dalhart. You see Shallowater 56-18 over Dalhart. Then Pilot Point and Early gets here with a 43-21 win over Pilot Point. It was Bushland over Slayton 55-6. Whitesboro beats Breckenridge 56-14. Jim Ned over Peaster 49-12. Muleshoe over Brownfield 21-17. Brock over Wall 40-6, and River Road beat Denver City 14-6 to get themselves to the area round. So we're thinning the herd every week. Half the teams are going home playing basketball. This week in the area round, you see Shallowater and Early over there on the left, Bushland and Whitesboro, another game that's going on tonight. Earlier today in Lowry Field, it was Jim Ned 49-20 over the Muleshoe Mules, and Brock 54-8 over River Road. That sets up a rematch in that regional semifinal between Brock and Jim Ned. And last year the Indians slipped up on them. This year we think maybe the Brock Eagles are prime for the have them prime for the taking.
Yeah, I think Brock, you and I both, we both said that on the way up here. We were just like, hey, I think that Brock's got revenge on their mind, and they've got a really good football team this year. And I think we both think alike on that, which means they'll probably lose.
Yeah, that means Jim Ned's looking great, isn't
exactly.
it? We're going to skip forward here and take a look at some of the offensive leaders since we got a little bit late into the program here tonight. Sorry again, folks, for the issues we had with the connection and computer not always keeping up with all the things we're trying to do here for you folks. But hopefully you're getting us loud and clear and the pictures are good and everything's going great as we take a look at the Shallowater offensive leaders for tonight. Maybe it's not wanting to play with us here. Let's just look at the key players from Early, as this will be the guys that really will stand out for the Mustangs. As you see, they got to stop a very good tailback tonight. Number 3, Trey Beam. He's 191 carries, 1,366 yards, 12 TDs, also has 6 receiving touchdowns. Pretty good player on defense with 8 sacks, 22 tackles for loss. Then you got Jeremy Brown, a receiver who can put it in the paint, 657 yards and 5 TDs. And John Stewart Gordon, he's got 8 touchdowns and 551 yards. This is a team that's going to throw it a little bit here tonight.
They're going to throw it, and then it all is surrounded by Trey Beam. But because these two guys on the outside, on these that play the slot, the Jeremy Brown and John Stewart Gordon play the slot, and they're not very big, but they are very effective. But it all revolves around number 3.
Yep, let's look at the quarterback comparison here tonight. It'll be Jackson Price, number 10 for Early, comes in with 1,916 yards, 28 touchdown passes, 4 interceptions. Doesn't do anything on the ground. You see minus 29 with no rushing TDs. But Garrett Forster, 1,392 passing yards, 16 touchdowns, 5 interceptions, and it also ran for 580 yards and 5 TDs for the Mustangs. So big quarterback matchup tonight, and here's hoping Garrett Forster just keeps improving.
Man, he's played so well the last 3 or 4 games. Man, he's been getting better and better and better, and I'm telling you, if that continues, Shallowater has a chance in every game.
Well, folks, we're getting ready to go here in the area round in Clyde. When we come back on the Shallowater Sports Network, we'll have kickoff of the area round between Shallowater and Early.
Andress Brothers Roofing, we nail it every time. We do one thing and we do it well. Since 1981, yes, time does tell. It's not just a house, it's your home. For quality work, we stand alone. Andress Brothers Roofing, we nail it every time. Quality guarantee, Andress Brothers Roofing, every time.
Honey, can we please just call D&K Hunt?
I can do this.
Yeah, I'm calling D&K Hunt Electric.
When you need electrical work done, leave it to the professionals and call D&K Hunt Electric, 806-866-9911.
If you're thinking of getting a new car, stop in and see us about an auto loan. Line up your money first, then go out and bargain like a cash buyer. Our rates are competitive and we make our decisions right here, so we give you quick service on auto loans. Auto loans, we do them well. We're First State Bank of Shallowater, member FDIC.
Touchdown, Shallowater Mustang! Jakari Davis, and he threw it out of the gym. We'll shoot the 3. Nobody came to stop her, and Jenna won. Welcome back to Clyde. I'm Donnie Hart alongside Ty King on the Shallowater Sports Network. The Mustangs and Early Longhorns tonight for the right to move forward to the 3rd round, the regional semifinal round of the Texas High School State Playoffs, Class 3A Division I. And as such, the Early Longhorns have won the toss. They defer. That means the Mustangs will receive and defend the North. And so, partner, our streak is just good shape. But, hey, man, it's been a good omen so far.
Yeah, absolutely it has. That's a good recipe. We're going to get the ball first and highly expect us to be ready for a hurry-up offense. It will be hurry up as soon as we start this game. And because I talked to Coach Davis beforehand, and he said, yep, get ready because we're going to go hurry, hurry to start the game.
Yeah, you and Donnie quit trying to get all those starters in and everything like that and get ready to go.
Well, it's time to play football, baby. I'm so pumped right now. This is
what it's all about for sure. And the Mustangs will send those 3-headed monster tailbacks back deep to receive. It'll be Caleb Cox, the deep man, standing at the 12. Keegan Campbell and Cannon Reed stand at the 20s. Campbell is the man on the far side. And Early set to kick this thing away, has it set right on the 40. As Frankie Villarreal waiting for the officials to say, let's go. He puts a toe in it, and we are underway here in the area round. It'll be Campbell from the 20 up to the 30-yard line. Keegan stutter steps, ball forward to the 35-yard line where the Mustangs will set up shop 1st and 10, and they'll be led out by their senior quarterback, 6'2", 199-pounder, wearing number 11, Garrett Forster, 89 of 167, 1,392 yards, 16 TDs, 5 interceptions, 53% passer on the season, 92 carries, 580 yards, and 5 touchdowns on the ground. And he has a lot of help in that backfield, as he will have 2 backs back there with him tonight. It'll be Reed and, well, excuse me, that's McCulley and Caleb Cox in there to start tonight, as McCulley, the fullback, to the left of Forster. We got a little delay here, as not sure what's going on. The chain crew, they're still at the concession stand. No chains. Well,
Okay.
little sluggish start here for everybody involved in it.
I mean, that's just it's funny because they're just sitting. The chains are just over there laying down, and there's nobody going to pick them up.
Oh,
really.
here they come. We're sprinting in, guys.
No, but I mean, it's just
Is it the B-team crew or is it the
man.
dads?
I don't know. They're up now.
Well, we're about ready to go. So, pretty big crowd here tonight.
Yeah.
Early travels well.
Yeah.
Obviously, this is their first time in the second round since 2007, so they're excited to be here. And Forster will work from the shotgun with backs to either side. Boyd in motion across the formation. Here's the snap. Play action. Flips it out to the flats. Good catch by Cox. Turns the corner 40 and across the 45-yard line with the First State Bank Shallowater 1st and 10 up to the 46.
And here they go. Hurry up offense. Great play to start this game, and now they're going to go fast.
From the pistol, Forster will operate. Cox is the deep man. Turn, reverse. Coming towards this near side. Chris Salazar looking for a block. Didn't quite get a block. He couldn't make the man miss. Got it across midfield to the 49-yard line. Nice tackle by John Stewart Gordon there to set up 2nd down and 5.
Still going fast. Hey, we've seen him touch on the left side and the right side, and here we go.
Kick it out to Cox. Speed option out to the left side. Cuts it back across the 45-yard line up to the 40 in early territory. Another First State Bank Shallowater 1st and 10.
Boy, I love the way they're starting, Donnie. It's fast, and they are they're ready. They're ready to play.
Yeah, you can see the intensity screaming off this Mustang offense as that Forster pass sails wide of Brett Hall, incomplete, 2nd down and 10.
A flag. Yeah, the illegal shift there on that's the one thing you have to worry about when you go fast is you have to make sure everybody's set and in the right places. And that time it seems that Shallowater was just a little out of place. They called an illegal shift, and so we'll replay the down though. So there you go.
Yep, so it'll be a 5-yard penalty, and you see there Trevor Wynn checks in for Chris Salazar. Now Salazar will get more time tonight. Wynn's been under the weather all week, and being a gamer here, playing through a little bit of sickness that has been in the air, and of course everybody in the West Texas area can understand that with all the wind blowing and stuff in the air and the temperature changes in variance. So Wynn trying to gut through it is out there tonight. He's in the slot. Here's Forster from the pistol. Play action. Steps up the seam. Had McCulley incomplete. Undershot him. Man, if that one would have been on the mark, it might have been a pay dirt.
Hey, that's right. But you know what? That'll scare early a little bit. They're going to have to beware of that. And that's something that Coach Davis will put in the back pocket and say, hey, we can go back to that at some point.
Yep, 2nd down and 15 coming up. So you get the 5-yard penalty for the illegal shift. Backs you up. You misfire there, and now you're in 2nd and long, and the Mustangs looking to try to get maybe half of this here on this 2nd down. Set up a 3rd down and manageable. That would be the plan. 2 receivers split wide to this near side. Forster now over the middle to McCulley, and he couldn't make the catch. It was right over the top of his head, and that's 2 wide open opportunities that fall incomplete. 3rd down and 15.
Yep. Hey, the one thing, the positive you can look at is say, hey, it's there. We've got opportunities now, but you see how a penalty, though, can change everything. The momentum is kind of slowed down. Everything's slowed down. That's what a penalty can do for you. But, man, what 2 really good opportunities right there. And hey, it's the area around. They get a little jitters out, you know.
Yeah, 3rd down and 15. Ball at the early 44-yard line. If you can make a pretty good dent in this, you might go for it on 4th down. Forster from the pocket, steps up, throws through the hands of Wynn, incomplete. So 3 misfires incomplete passes sets up 4th down and 15, and now this is a deal, Ty, where I bet you the offense stays out there, but they just back Forster up and use that quarterback punt.
We've seen him do that several times this season, and I'll bet you, and we've seen Garrett have a couple of good punts out of this formation, so he can punt the ball, so that's what we're going to do.
Forster will punt it towards this near side. It's a wobbly punt. It'll land at the 25-yard line, take an early bounce back towards the Shallowater side and down at the 35-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 early at their 35-yard line. Jackson Price, a 6'1", 170-pound junior wearing number 10, 126 of 216 with 1,916 yards passing, 28 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, a 58% passer. And here we go with early set to go from the shotgun. It'll be Beam. Up inside, met right at the line of scrimmage and stopped, no gain. Yep. And it'll be 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, Brady Reed and Ross Crabtree right there to stop that, to stop Trey Beam. They'll be huge tonight. Those guys along that front defensive line, they're going to have to really play well to stop the run, and they did a good job right there.
And I noticed in that formation, it's Reese Middleton, the quarterback for early, as no Jackson Price here tonight, and Middleton's pass complete. Gain of 5 up to the 39-yard line, so maybe there's some illness going around in early. Read an article about that earlier this week, so maybe that's a situation here where Price was just unable to go, but 3rd down and 5, and they had movement over there on that far side. The receiver over on the far side stumbled. Kai Houston will be the guilty party. False start, 5-yard penalty will back them up, and it'll be 3rd down and 10.
Yeah, man. You got to take what you can get right now, and these penalties at this stage of the year and in this round of the playoffs, the penalties become more and more. It's under a microscope. They become bigger. You can't have mistakes.
Yeah, and it could be a huge break for the Mustangs with Middleton in there. He'll throw deep up that far side, incomplete. Mustangs had great coverage. Rasted Copeland there. It falls incomplete. 3 and out, 4th down, and the Longhorns will have to punt.
Great job, Raston Copeland. This guy has played so well as each game has progressed. He has gotten better and better and better, and, man, he made a great play on the football right there, and that's what you got to have. That's a 3 and out. Let's get him stopped. Let's get the ball back in the hands of Garrett Forster and the Mustangs.
Villarreal on to punt. It is Wynn standing back at the 25-yard line. Trevor will let it bounce, and it'll take a early bounce and die at the 22-yard line. Wynn just didn't get that candy hop he's looking for to catch it on the run, but the Mustangs get the stop on defense. They'll take their 2nd possession from the 22-yard line, and Ty made a couple first downs, but a penalty sets you back, and you saw what happened to early in their first drive, so penalties might be critical here today.
It's just, this is the time of year, man. In these rounds, in these games, you can kind of get away with that stuff in district and non-district play and overcome it, but they're just become more important, these penalties. You just can't make mistakes, because mistakes, you play in good teams now. Good teams will take advantage.
Forster from the pistol, kicks it out. Campbell coming towards the near side. Just couldn't quite make the man miss on the near side. He got 5 up to the 29-yard line. Another nice tackle there from that corner, John Stewart Gordon, and he has made a couple of plays out here on the perimeter already.
Yeah, he has. He's made some really good plays. John Stewart Gordon, I mean, he sounds like he should be racing in Daytona. That's what it says. His name sounds like he should be a Darlington or somewhere right now.
He does kind of have that Ricky Bobby feel to it, doesn't he? From the shotgun, Forster with 2 backs in the backfield with him. That is Cox and Campbell to either side. It'll be Campbell right up inside across the 30-yard line. Didn't have much, maybe a yard and a half, so 3rd down and 3 coming up for the Mustangs.
Well, you know what? You got to keep them honest, and we've seen the Mustangs try to go outside a little bit. They had success on that first drive, but here you want to try to run it up the middle. Let's see what's there, and not there. So here we go. We're in a 3rd and short, though. I mean, the whole playbook is open. You might look for some play action in the fullback, because 44 is in the game.
He is in there as that fullback right in front of Forster in the pistol. Cannon Reed is the deep back. It'll be Cannon Reed finding a crease across the 40 up to the 44-yard line. A First State Bank Shallowater 1st and 10 on a 13-yard run from Cannon Reed.
Hey, 44 was in the game. but he was in the block, and that's exactly what he did. That fullback has to kick out block or catch that first level linebacker. That's exactly what Major McCulley did. He opened up a big hole, big first down for the Mustangs.
1st and 10, Forster from the pistol. Reed will stay in as the deep back. One of the three-headed monster, reverse to win this time. Trevor headed towards the outside, made a man miss, midfield, 45, cutting it back towards the inside of the 40, into the 35-yard line in early territory of First State Bank. Shallowater 1st and 10, and Trevor Wynn makes a big play.
Hey, man, that's what you got to do. They're hitting them with different things, man. It's up the middle, it's off the tackle, now it's an end around, and they're coming at them in a lot of different ways, and all of it right now has been on the ground on this drive. Man, I love the way this offensive line is blocking and the way this offense is moving the football.
Yeah, a little over 7 minutes to go here in the opening quarter, and the Mustangs have had early on their heels a few times. Forster, give to Reed, powers it off left tackle, got it up to the 32-yard line, 3-yard gain. Sets up 2nd down and 7.
And also what's great is that you have Keegan Campbell had a couple of good runs. You're going to see Kanan Reed now. You're going to give him a shot to see what his running style looks like against this early defense. And then, we'll see Caleb Cox as well. So you get to trot out all these guys and see what's working.
Yeah, all these Mustang backs combined for over 1,500 yards. Early does it pretty much with one guy, but the Mustangs spread the wealth. Forster, play action, out in the flats. McCulley was open. That one just too far out in front, incomplete. And so 3rd down and 7 coming up, and he had a man there, and that one was just pitch and catch, but it just got away from Garrett a little.
Here's another. It's just on the positives, man, he's been open. The fullback has either been up the seam or out of the flat, has been wide open. And, hey, Garrett's just got to settle down. He's just got to settle down, and, it'll be all right. Everything will be. We've seen him do this before. He gets real juiced up at the beginning of a game.
Yeah, I almost wish I had a headset down to Coach Brad and say, hey, man, give him a quarterback run here. Let him take a hit and settle him into the game.
That's a great way to get him settled in.
Forster from the pistol. Speed option, kicks it out. Reed looking for the edge, has the 30, tries to use the stiff arm. He got to the 29, so it's a gain of 3. So it'll be 4th down and 4, and the Mustangs will go for this, I'm sure.
Yeah, absolutely. You got a good gain there, and now you're going to get Caleb Cox into the game, and so there you go. We're definitely going to go for this, and this will be a situation where Garrett, he can use his legs to run with that, and I love that idea, Donnie. Sometimes Garrett needs to get hit. That's what I said. We talked about that. We may need to put him on the kickoff team, or the kickoff receiving team. Just let him block or do something, and that just kind of gets him settled down.
Yeah, gets him feeling like a football player.
Yeah.
Forster from the pistol sends McCulley in motion. Major wide open in the flat. Good throw from Forster. Caught at the 20. It'll convert the 4th down as McCulley, still on his feet, spins his way down to the 15. Flags flying everywhere. Likely a face mask from where those were coming in. And the officials will come together to talk at the 15-yard line. But for now, it's a First State Bank Shallowater 1st and 10 on a 4th down conversion.
Yeah, boy. Now that was a throw. He put that one on a rope and right where Major could catch it and run with it and add on 15 to that. So I love this, man. We are moving the ball right now, and wow, this is what it's all about.
Penalty happens at the 15-yard line. It'll be half the distance, so they'll move it inside the 10, I believe, to about the 7. 8-yard line. Let's see. They're spotting it back at the 14. So if it's a face mask penalty to be added on to the end, why are we not tacking it on? It had to have occurred at the 15. Yep, here we go. Now we're marching. Good job, guys. Don't want to end up like those tech broadcasters. Let's put it down. First and goal from the 7. A First State Bank Shallowater 1st and goal. As I'm sure John and Brian are watching tonight.
Yeah,
good to see you guys from the house.
Thank you guys.
And totally understand.
Yeah, I do.
Agree with you.
We've been there.
Caleb Cox, the deep man. He will carry it off the right side. Bounces outside. 5. Touchdown. Shallowater Mustangs as Caleb Cox shows patience. Bounces to the outside and hits the paint.
Man, that's the 3-headed monster, my friend. That's it. You're going to get a little bit of Keegan Campbell. Now you got you some Cannon Reed. And now some Caleb Cox will just finish it off. And whoo! Love to get that early lead. Early lead on early.
14th rushing touchdown of the season for Caleb Cox. Clayton Vincent's extra point on its way. It is wide left, no good, and the Mustangs with a 6-0 lead over Early. Here early in the first on the Shallowater Sports Network.
Our financial world seems to be forever changing, and that's why you need quality, personalized financial advice. Bennett & Trice, PLLC, provides individual and business clients with expertise that range from taxes, management, and accounting services to more in-depth services such as compiled and reviewed financial statements and litigation support. Bennett & Trice, 6807 Indiana Avenue, Suite 200. Call them today at 806-589-5111.
Welcome back to Clyde. Donnie Hart and Ty King as the Shallowater Mustangs out in front, 6-0 over early. And so, you know, good test for the Mustangs here tonight. We talked about a little bit in our abbreviated pregame show. We'll make some of that up to you at the half, folks, as we'll show you Coach Vincent's interview from this week on the Sycamore Family Medicine Coaches Consultation. Get you caught up on that. Also have a little sneak preview into basketball season as the Phillies' first broadcast coming up tomorrow here on the Shallowater Sports Network. So we'll have a little hot take from Coach Chuck Darden as his Phillies got a win earlier this week in Andrews to start the season. Clayton Vincent with it on the 40-yard line, set to kick it away, and Vincent with an end-over-end kick headed towards the far side, fielded at the 20, up to the 30-yard line, trying to bounce outside is Gordon, and he'll spin his way just short of the 35 to the 34 where the Longhorns will set up shop 1st and 10.
Yeah, and they're going to have good starting field position, but Donnie, you take a look at that scoring drive, and man, 11 plays, and it went 78 yards, and it was a United Supermarkets touchdown run from 11 yards out, or from, how far was it?
7.
7 yards out, excuse me, for Caleb Cox. Extra point was no good, but it's 6-0, the Mustangs with the lead.
Reese Middleton, the signal caller from the pistol, over the middle, and that one too hot. He was going for John Stewart Gordon, incomplete. Brett Hall was right there, and that pass had some heat on it.
Yeah, and that's, you know, man, just a lot of questions are rolling through these two broadcasters' heads like, okay, what happened to the quarterback? I don't see him. I've picked up the binoculars. I've gone up and down the sideline. I don't see him in street clothes. I don't see him in pads. I don't know. I don't see him out there. I see several guys in crutches, but he's not – number 10 is not one of them.
Here is Middleton from the pocket, scrambles towards the near side, looking downfield. He'll just pull it down and run. He'll have the 40 up to the 42-yard line, so a nice scramble. Scrambled for 7. And so it'll be third down and about 3 coming up as Middleton and company will have third and manageable.
Yeah, and it's you look at Middleton. I mean, if he is getting thrown in the mix here, if he wasn't ready to or practiced all week, he's just a sophomore. So he's probably got to settle himself down as well.
Pretty demonstrative hand gestures there.
Yeah.
That should be a false start, and it is. The official agrees over on the far side. You can't clap those hands quite that much. False start. It'll be on an early and back them up 5. So now third down and 8 coming up.
And DR, I just want to mention, Donnie, it's 57 degrees. It will be in the 40s before the game is over. And, man, we've got a brisk breeze just coming at the back of early.
Middleton on the sprint out pass towards the right side. Looking out in the flats. Ball is tipped. Flies out incomplete. And another 3 and out for early as it's 4th down and 8. And I would expect Longhorns to punt this thing away.
Yeah, and that's the thing. They're going to punt, too. But like I said, that breeze is, man, it's just coming out of the south, it looks like, just directly at the back of what will be the punter for early. So they ought to get a good kick out of this, which they did on the first punt as well. So, you know, that could be affecting maybe Clayton Vincent on the extra point. I don't know. So, I mean, Clayton Vincent.
Clayton Vincent had really been outstanding. And here's the snap, and a kick towards this near side will bounce at the 28-yard line and roll dead at the 21 as Wynn just gets away from it. And it'll be 1st and 10 as the Mustangs will set up there, and Forster and company will try to go out here and do some more damage.
Yeah, man, same stuff. Run, pass. It's been a great mix so far. Let's just keep that going. I mean, I love what the offense is doing right now. They look confident out there on every play.
So Forster and company with 2 backs in the backfield, and Garrett will work from the shotgun. He'll have Cox and Campbell joining him to either side in the formation. 3 receivers in the game. Caleb Cox on the outside run towards the corner, turns it at the 30, up to the 35, and diving forward towards the 40-yard line with a First State Bank Shallowater 1st and 10, and Caleb Cox with a 19-yard run.
That offensive line, Donnie, when they're trying to get outside, and Caleb right there is trying to get outside to get to the edge and turn upfield, man, that left side of the offensive line just turned everybody back in. It's almost like a wall you have to get by. They're opening up lanes, and the running backs are taking advantage.
So Campbell came in with 571 yards, Cox at 508, and Cannon Reed at 549. So all 3 guys just over 500. Total them all up, and it's a headache. Forster, quarterback run. He'll come dragging defenders across the 45-yard line to the 47-yard line. A pickup of 7, 2nd down and 3, and Coach Brad must have been listening in to the broadcast. We'll get that quarterback run in there.
Dang right. That's what I say on that one. Hey, you had those 3 running backs you just talked about, well over 1,500 yards rushing. And then you got that big guy back there that can also get it done on the ground, and you have to account for everybody, especially number 11.
Yeah, he's got 580 of his own, so total it all up, it's over 2,000 yards. Here is Campbell going outside to the left, across midfield, into early territory, out of bounds, across the way at the 34-yard line. A First State Bank Shallowater 1st and 10, and these Mustang runners just finding tons of space on the perimeter.
Yeah, and you remember at the beginning of the year, whatever we talked about, Shallowater wasn't getting the big chunk plays.
Yeah,
those runs weren't there. Shallowater was getting the 5 and 6 yard runs, but not the 16, 18, 20 yard runs. And well, they're doing that tonight, and they've done it on this drive twice already.
1st and 10 Mustangs at the early 34. Forster from the pistol has McCulley in at fullback in front of him. Campbell is the deep back. Play action, looking over the middle. McCulley's wide open, makes the catch. 10-5, touchdown, Shallowater Mustangs. Garrett Forster, a 34-yard touchdown pass to Major McCulley.
That's right. They haven't covered it yet, D-Hart. They have not covered it yet. It is the fullback out of the backfield. That's what the Davis clan has been doing for years and years and years. They've been open. It's been open for 50 years, and that's I love the way that they're running that, and what a throw by Garrett, and what a catch and a run.
Clayton Vincent on for the extra point. 12-0 Mustangs. Ball down, kick up on its way, and that time it'll split the middle as the Mustangs take a 13-0 lead over early in the first on the Shallowater Sports Network.
Honey, can we please just call D&K Hunt?
I can do this.
Yeah, I'm calling D&K Hunt Electric.
When you need electrical work done, leave it to the professionals and call D&K Hunt Electric, 806-866-9911.
Welcome back to Clyde. Donnie Hart and Ty King. 13-0 Mustangs here on the Shallowater Sports Network as Shallowater has started fast. They have used a variance of pounding running plays to the outside. They've made some yards up inside and then hit a big pass here from Forster to McCulley to push the lead up to 2 scores, and a great start for Shallowater here tonight as this Mustang team had a lot of confidence coming into this matchup. Felt like they had a chance against early here tonight, and Vincent with it on a 40 set to kick it away, and Vincent's kick end over end towards the near side. It'll be Houston from the 15-yard line. He's up to the 25 and gang tackled, and drug tacklers up to the 29-yard line, and that is where the Longhorns will set up shop, 1st and 10.
Okay, a couple of things to note. First, that scoring drive, Donnie, just 4 plays. It went 79 yards, ended with a 34-yard United Supermarkets touchdown from That's My Dude. Major McCulley with the great throw from Garrett Forster. Extra point was good, 13-0. That is Jackson Price out there wearing number 6.
Number 6.
So there you go. Yeah.
We had that on our chat feed. You ran next door to check it out. Ball is on the deck, and Price will dive on it back at the 24-yard line. Of course, we didn't get any information about a number change, folks, and we were just as confused as you. And I will say, Had it been Reese Middleton for a sophomore, he was looking pretty composed back there.
No doubt.
For a guy just thrown into the fire.
no
so it
doubt.
makes a little sense that we just had a number change,
Right.
not player.
So, yeah, that is Jackson Price. So this will be our starting quarterback, who's the junior who's played well all season. I mean, better than well.
Yeah, no doubt about it. 2nd down and 15 coming up after the misfire on the mishandled snap. Price sprints out towards the far side, looking, firing, and that pass right at the sticks is incomplete. Copeland in coverage.
Major McCulley got up and knocked it down before it ever got there.
And 3rd down and 15, and that defense playing well.
Yeah.
And we have still yet to get those starters in for you because the tempo of this football game has been just pretty quick so far.
It's like a Chick-fil-A drive-through, you know.
Yeah, both lanes.
Yeah.
I'm always in the wrong one, though, I'll say that. Here's Price from the pocket, steps up, trying to get out of trouble, and he'll go down. It'll be Ross Crabtree who will close in to make the sack. 2-yard loss, 4th down and 17 coming up, and another 3 and out as Frankie Villarreal makes his way on, and Trevor Wynn will step on to return the punt.
Hey, that big 6 foot, 162-pound senior Ross Crabtree, he's done it all year, and why not do it tonight? This is the biggest game of all of these guys' lives right here. Ross Crabtree's one of those guys, and, man, he could count on him to get a couple sacks.
Trevor Wynn stands at the Mustang 30. High spiraled kick. It'll bounce at the 45 and check up, so Early will kill it at the 46-yard line. And let's take a look now real quick at the People's Bank starting lineups for the Mustangs on offense.
Garrett Forster, senior. Keegan Campbell, senior. Major McCulley, senior. Brett Hall, senior. Trevor Wynn, junior. Cooper Boyd, sophomore. Cade Rogers, junior. Cody Gilson, junior. Joseph Reyes, junior. Brady Reed, senior. Jason Long, sophomore.
Those are your Mustang starters, and I will show Coach Brad there how it's done. We'll do it during change of possession. How about that? Play action, Forster, pump fake, slant and go. Looking for Cooper Boyd. Deep downfield, Boyd is pushed to the ground. It'll be intercepted. This will come back, so don't worry too much about the return as McCulley goes ahead on and decks Victoriano Cooper, who made the interception, but he is guilty of defensive pass interference, so this will stay Mustangs football, and it'll be a 1st down for Shallowater after the penalty.
Yeah, it will be, and that's it was obvious pass interference, but I love the play call. Right after a change of possession, 1st down, hey, let's try it. Let's stretch it. And plus, I mean, Cooper's a big guy, but, man, you look at Trevor Wynn, who's the intended target. He's got a lot more speed, you would think.
Man, I'm sitting here laughing because, of course, it would be McCulley who would go over there and say, all right, this is where this ends. Boom. I mean, he brought echoes from the home crowd with the oohs and ahs as it was a punishing hit. You push our guy down? Okay, I'll just smack you. 1st and 10. Mustangs now as they move the football into Early territory up to the 38-yard line, and Forster gives to Campbell, bouncing to the outside. Campbell up that left side, weaves his way up. He'll have the 32-yard line, so it'll be a 6-yard gain, 2nd down and 4.
And you know what? See there, a lot of times Shallowater likes to run wide to the wide side of the field.
Yep.
But then they change it up right there. They'd run wide to the short side of the field. You just never know what's coming. That's the problem. That's how it's so hard to defend Shallowater, because you really don't have a clue what's about to happen.
Boyd, the split receiver towards this near side. Wynn is in the slot. Brett Hall, the single receiver towards the far side. They'll give it away to Campbell. He's up inside on that right side across the 30. Has a First State Bank Shallowater 1st and 10 to the 26-yard line as the Mustangs just continue to land body blows on this Longhorn defense.
Yeah, absolutely, and I love it, man. It is, you know what? It's been chunk plays, at times tonight, but then it's been like smash mouth plays, just like that tonight. And like that, just to pick up 1st downs and keep the drive alive. And this team shot out of a cannon right now. They've made the drive here ready to play.
Might be the best quarter of football I've seen them play all season long. It'll be a reverse to Win, headed towards the outside. Trevor cuts it back to the 20, still going and weaving, dancing his way to the 18-yard line. Nice little nifty run there, picked up 8. So it'll be 2nd down and 2, and that should send us to the second quarter as the Mustangs dominate this football game here in the first quarter at Shallowater with a 13-0 lead on early after 1 in Clyde on the Shallowater Sports Network.
When you hear the hail and the thunder, you don't have to wonder who to call. Call the Paint Doctor.
For more than 60 years, United has called West Texas home. It's from here that we operate 94 stores across the region. Look, and you'll see United employees all around you, supporting other local businesses, your businesses, and giving their time and energy to help our efforts to make this the best place to live and work. We are West Texas, and West Texas is united.